Hello and welcome to our presentation. My name is Jose Rivera. The presentation that you will be receiving today is Organizational and Personal HR Development Plan for the U.S. Army. We will begin our presentation by reviewing a synopsis for acquiring, developing, training, and leveraging of human capital within the Army. Acquiring human capital is essential for any company, especially the United States Army. Well-trained soldiers become key leaders in the Army, and they should be armed with the knowledge, skills, and experience to develop junior soldiers beneath them. Recruiting practices need to focus on providing realistic information on the chosen military occupational specialty. We also need to provide incentives to soldiers who recruit friends and acquaintances to join the Army, such as referral bonuses extended to new and current soldiers. Instead of just focusing on numbers, we need to focus on what the soldier will bring to the organization. We need to focus on the worker's knowledge, education, training, skills, and expertise. Training soldiers is necessary for them to be able to perform their job duties. Soldiers are trained on various tasks and procedures, and of course, they need to know how to do the job. Developing soldiers needs to be focused on the skills necessary for promotion, not just doing their job. The training should be focused on the job. Service members need leadership training such as communications, decision making, counseling, coaching, and mentoring. They receive other training such as first aid and CPR, weapons handling, and many other required skills to perform their soldier duties. Employees are the backbone of any organization. They are the ones out there doing the work to make sure the firm is able to meet its mission. Ensuring the soldiers have the skill to perform their duties is an essential task for managers and leaders. We must be an example for leaders and soldiers to emulate. An effective leader must be committed to modeling the type of behavior that he or she desires for the staff to emulate. Engage employees perform better and stay longer, reducing turnover rates. We must be present in the moment and listen to what our soldiers are saying. We need to provide support for the needs of our soldiers to ensure their success and make sure that we support them and have their back when they need something from us. Leaders need to have a clear mission and vision statement to ensure the soldiers understand how their performance affects the mission. The current system for recruiting, development, leveraging human capital is good, but it's not without its flaws. Soldiers are provided effective training on how to do their jobs, but are not trained to be real leaders. The promotion process is the same where soldiers attend a promotion board, but it is time consuming and it really does not measure future performance or leadership qualities. Soldiers have to work in teams, so it builds teamwork, but it also can create cliques and separate soldiers from each other and prevent learning. Soldiers' knowledge of their work duties is enhanced by training, but soldiers are not truly engaged by leaders. They are expected to simply do as they are told without providing the why or how it affects the company. Having a diverse workforce leads to new ideas and employee development. In order to strengthen the employee skills and abilities, we need to have a clear mission and a vision statement from the firm. Soldiers need to understand how their actions and performance affects the company and the mission. We need to understand that not everyone is the same, and we need to change our way of communicating based on an understanding on an individual differences. We must treat everyone the way we want to be treated and follow the golden rule, which is do unto others as we will have them do unto us. We must respect each other's differences. We also need to foster an environment where soldiers can freely express their concerns and ideas. We must also get to know our employees as individuals, not as numbers. We need to have an understanding of the issues they might be dealing with both in and out of work. Employees who want to feel cared for, understood, and supported in their efforts to make a difference at work. We also need to have a diverse work population, which also provides a rich viewpoint from everyone. Development and integration of the HR position. The U.S. Army is one of the largest employers in the country. They need different HR personnel with different specialists integrating Any of these HR specialists can be beneficial for the Army. We have the HR specialist, which is focused on specific areas such as pay. The HR generalist administers pay, benefits, and leave and enforces company policies as well as practices. We have the HR leadership, which can mediate conflict between workers and employees. We have the HR consultants, which provide high levels of solution and recommendations to management teams. The HR specialist is a crucial position to the Army. Soldiers are the Army's #1 priority. Without soldiers, the mission does not get done. The HR specialist can help you identify the needs of the organization and reach out to other units to provide additional soldiers for the company to be able to meet the mission requirements. They can also identify what positions need to be filled prior to a deployment or a humanitarian mission. And they can develop strategies to help fill gaps when the organization does not have the personnel necessary to carry out the mission. They can determine what outside sources they can reach out to meet the skills that are needed for the mission. Leaders have a responsibility to the company as well as to employees. The following are recommendations for leaders to follow to ensure that they are following the rule of law. Following and adhering federal, local, and state laws is a must for leaders and managers. First and foremost, leaders need to understand the strategic goal of the firm. They need to know what positions to fill and which ones to eliminate. Having an understanding of the needs of the firm is important for leaders. They must also provide real-time feedback to correct employee performance instead of waiting at the annual reviews. They must also ensure that soldiers and employees are able to have a realistic work-life balance. Most soldiers are at work for more than 12 hours, leaving no time for family time. Leaders need to stay up to date with all the policies and look out for changes that can have an effect on the workplace, and they must follow those policies and apply them equally across the board. They must be honest when providing feedback, but not be harsh. They must create an environment where employees can provide feedback without fear of reprisal and always continue to improve. Don't just do things because that is the way they have always been done. Change is inevitable. Taking this course has been very informative and an eye-opener. While I was in the Army, I saw many actions by leaders that did not promote the welfare of soldiers and their families. I will apply the many skills I learned from this course not just for human resources, but to any job or position that I will obtain in the future. Active listening to my employees and being able to meet their needs is important for me. Engaging employees and making them feel valued and part of the organization is important for the firm. Providing coaching and mentoring to ensure that employees have the tools and skills needed to perform their duties. And the main thing is to follow all laws and regulations. Ensure that diversity and inclusion are part of the workforce. My personal development plan for the future is to partner with the Society for Human Resources. This organization provides training and development for HR managers and updates to laws and regulations. Be a servant leader and take care of the employees, providing valuable training and develop them to become leaders within the firm. When developing compensation packages, be fair and impartial. Ensure to conduct an analysis of what the market is paying and to prevent turnover. Provide motivation, purpose, and guidance to my subordinates. Make them feel that the organization values them and get to know them on a much higher level than just an employee. This concludes my presentation. In conclusion, we must invest in our employees. They are the backbone of our organization. We must take care of them and they will take care of the firm. We must develop their strengths and weaknesses to ensure that they are successful at the job. We must strengthen the role of HR within the organization. HR needs to be an active partner with the company and ensure that they stay within the limits of the law. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Following are my references for this presentation.